Wow, it's a beautiful day out today. I had no idea. Anyway, I've been putting off Christmas shopping for way too long. I can't put it off anymore, so it's gonna have to happen today. I've got a dentist appointment tomorrow. It only leaves a couple days till Christmas. Well, I did it. I got some gifts. 2 gifts to be specific. I guess I probably should try to find a few other things, but yeah, I don't like shopping too much. I may go to Princess Auto. I am going to go to Busy Bee Tools and take a look around, pick up some high-speed steel, and yeah, I'm not sure what else I'll get up to. Got a bag full of goodies, leaving the Busy Bee Tool. I got a new bandsaw blade and a couple of high-speed tools. I got some 5/16 high-speed steel blanks for my fly cutter, and I got 2 3/8 blanks just to have as spares, I guess, just because they're handy to have. I'm in trouble. They got stuff on sale. They must have seen me coming. They put up all the sale signs. And holy frig, did I buy a pile of junk. A couple of 5-foot solid rounds, 1 3/4 inch. We got some 1/8 by 2 inch, 8-foot long steel. And we got some 1/8 by 4 inch, 8-foot long steel plate. I have no plans for this, I just needed it. I got a bunch of these bins because they're on sale. And I got a bunch of these other kind of bins because they're on sale. Oh, buns everywhere. I just dropped my buns. Luckily, just on my car seat, which doesn't have any dirt on it at all. So now, I'm going in the house. I am going to put some food away, come back out, unload my truck, and then go in and make a sandwich, wrap some presents, and yeah, good times. Don't try this at home. I have no idea if this is going to light. I don't know how flammable it is. Obviously not terribly flammable. Oh yeah, little, but it's lost a lot of its oomph. not a huge fan of little 4-cycle weed whacker engines. So anyway, I think these are fairly interesting engine design, and I'm going to pull this one apart so that you guys can have a look. I should make it clear that I have no intentions of trying to get this thing to run or ever putting it back together. So if you're watching the video with the idea that you're going to find out how to make one of these work or diagnose it, that is definitely not going to happen. Pull as many parts as I can off very quickly. Oh, there we go. Again, I wouldn't necessarily recommend that as the method if you're trying to get this thing back together, but that's what's working for me today. So these clutches, there is a special tool that you can use to spin these off, but I'll show you another way. If you guessed my special tool as being a hammer, you were pretty close. I'm a little tentative here because normally if I was doing this I would be facing the other direction, but I'm trying to film it, so there we go. That was not too difficult. Alright, so now we got the whole starter assembly removed. We'll remove the ignition coil. Take this carburetor off just to get it out of the way. There it is. A gasket that also acts as a heat shield. Hammer the bit in. Alright, we got a bunch more nonsense out of the way. This one's going to be real stubborn. So we got the muffler off. Now we'll remove the flywheel in a very unconventional way. There we go. Slips right off. Some more aluminum. Now we'll pull the valve cover off. Let's see what's in there. Get some little valves, and let's see here, we'll pop one of the springs and retainers off. There's some little, there's a push rod. See, they compress quite easy. You can just push it down with your finger. So you can actually move that over, and then to get the retainer off, just use your thumb. Now we'll leave all that stuff alone and pull the cylinder off. Bolt number 3. All right, came out. We'll pull the cylinder off, and there come out the little valves. Look at that, isn't that cute? 2 little valves. All right, we'll set the cylinder aside. There's nothing special there. Can we pull the connecting rod off? Yeah. It's just a one-side crankshaft, so we pull the connecting rod off, which is actually just stamped steel. The needle bearing in the bottom. Here is the valve train. The cam support, or cam, whatever this piece is supported with just a couple of torque screws. We got all the the valve train, which just all fell apart here. The cam sprocket is actually the cam shaft. It's kind of neat. We'll pull the base off and see what they do to allow for engine ventilation. Alright, we got the last one off. So all this company does is uses a really deep oil sump, and then they place the crankcase vent here on the other side of the bearing. So now we'll see if I can push the crankshaft out of this and get a better look at how the venting works. It's coming out pretty easy. Again, this is not the method you would use if you planned on using any of these pieces again, because it would destroy stuff. I have mushroomed up the end of the crankshaft, so the crankshaft wouldn't be usable again. Let's see if we can pop these seals out. See if there's any sort of trickery or magic they use to keep the oil in there. So far it doesn't look that way. They have a sealed bearing and a seal on the outside. Alright, we got one bearing out. Okay, that's interesting. It seems silly but interesting. So what they've done is created a pressurized vent system, maybe? So the camera won't be able to pick it up, but the crankcase vent is actually on the other side of this engine seal, or the crank seal. So the engine would actually have to build up pressure, push through this bearing and out through a seal before the crankcase gases can actually come out through this breather tube, which is yeah, interesting. So yeah, we've successfully turned this into scrap metal and garbage. So that's the end of the video for today. I didn't get a whole lot done, but I got some stuff done, so I guess I shouldn't complain too much. Got some Christmas shopping done, got some high-speed steel tool blanks at Busy Bee Tool. Got some stuff at Princess Auto. Got a few things sorted out in the garage, even though it looks like I probably just made things worse. I got some invoices sent out so I can get some monies, which is good. So yeah, if you guys aren't familiar with these, this is how high-speed steel comes in just these blanks. I had some 3/8 stuff before. This is what I use for tools for my lathe. But now I have some 5/16 ones, so I'll be able to sharpen this and make a fly cutter and do a better job of planing my buddy's head. So I guess that's it for today, and I will see you guys next time.